That's an Israeli strike on a building near the southern Lebanese town of Tyre. Israel says the ceasefire does not apply to its operations in Lebanon, and its attacks on Hezbollah will continue. More than 1 million Lebanese have fled their homes. Many have nowhere to go. Crystal Gamansing watching that situation for us. Crystal, where and why are these attacks continuing?
Well, David, we are still seeing those airstrikes late last night, early this morning. They have been continuing. Tyre, just one of those locations. But last night we also saw a strike in Sidon. That strike was said to have hit a cafe, according to Lebanese health officials. They report that at least 8 people were killed in that strike. More than 20 individuals were injured. In Tyre, there was a warning by Israel Defense Forces for people to evacuate the area early this morning before we saw aerial bombardments again on the south and the coastal cities. There are currently also evacuation orders for 7 communities in the southern suburbs around Beirut, the capital, locations where Israel Defense Forces have continued to have operations. Despite this ceasefire, Israeli officials are saying that Lebanon is not covered, and in fact have for many weeks. Government officials have said that regardless of what happens with the war in Iran, their operations will continue in Lebanon, saying that because Lebanon has not been able to disarm Hezbollah, Hezbollah fired on Israel at the beginning of March in response to Israeli strikes on Iran, that they would in fact work in Lebanon with ground operations and air assaults until Hezbollah is disarmed. So we are continuing to see not only ground operations, but air attacks as well, David.
So many other nations have been dragged into this conflict in some way, shape, or form. Is there reaction coming in from outside the Middle East?
Yeah, absolutely. So the European Union's Commission spokesperson was asked about this at the daily briefing, saying that their position has not changed, calling on Israel to end its operations in Lebanon, saying that Lebanon's territorial sovereignty must be respected. French President Emmanuel Macron, France has been actively engaged in diplomacy, trying to end hostilities in Lebanon. We heard from the French president today saying the situation is critical.
Sur le Liban, qui à date est aussi inclus dans le cessez-le-feu, ce qui est une bonne chose et même une chose indispensable, et où les frappes ont cessé ces dernières heures, la situation est critique.
We have also heard from Lebanon's President Joseph Aoun. There was a statement that was issued on social media saying that he hopes Lebanon will be included in this ceasefire agreement, saying that there needs to be efforts towards ensuring lasting and stable peace that includes for the people of Lebanon. There's also been some comment from Hezbollah, the Iran-backed proxy. Hezbollah is saying that there needs to be restraint and is warning people in Lebanon that they could see further Israeli attacks. There are also calls not only from Hezbollah but the Lebanese army for people not to return to the south, saying it is still an active combat zone and the risks to life are just too great, David.
Crystal Gamansing, thank you very much.